Okay, we're going to be looking at customary units of weight or mass here. Customary units are again units that are used in the US. The metric unit for weight or mass is grams. Weight is how heavy something is. Mass is how much material it's made up of. And usually they're kind of thought of in the same way. Because if you weigh something here and then you go to the moon, you're going to weigh differently because of different gravity. But you're still made up of the same amount of stuff, and that's what mass measures. So the mass of something wouldn't change from here to the moon, but the weight would. But really what we're looking at is how much stuff it's made of, and weight is the action of gravity upon it, pushing it down. In metric units, we're looking at grams. But in customary units, the major units we have are pounds and ounces. So pounds, that would be money in England. But here in the US, it's weight. Pounds and ounces and tons. Those are the three major units. Sort of kind of limited. So the ratios are easy to remember. There are 16 ounces, OZ is the abbreviation for ounces, 16 ounces to 1 pound. Now, the LBS here is an odd way to say pounds. It's actually short for a Latin word, libras, which is like the Latin word for weight. So that's where it comes from, but LBS is what we use to represent pounds. So 16 ounces equals 1 pound. And the other one, which is a nice round number to use, 2,000. 2,000 pounds is equal to 1 ton. We use a capital T for the abbreviation for ton. So those are the two ratios. And so it's pretty easy to convert between them. All you have to do is kind of figure out how to move from one to the other and then do it with whatever stuff you have. So let's take a look at the ounces and pounds first. To go from ounces to pounds in this direction, we're going to have to move from 16 to 1. So from 16 to 1. How do I get 16 and turn it into a 1? Well, I have to do 16 divided by 16. So whenever you have ounces and you want to change it into pounds, you have to divide however many ounces you have by 16. And going back in the other direction is always the opposite. So in this case, from pounds to ounces, I'm going from 1 to 16. Well, how do I change 1 into 16? I have to multiply by 16. So anytime I have pounds, like say 1 pound times 16, 16 ounces. 2 pounds times 16, 32 ounces, right? 32 ounces divided by 16, 2 pounds. So you just got to multiply or divide by 16. So yes, it requires some double-digit division. And if you don't know how to do that, you can look at my video on that. But again, this is elementary school. When you get to middle school, you're going to be using a calculator for this. And from then on, you'll be using a calculator. But you do need to know what you have to do with the calculator. So multiplying or dividing by 16, you got to know which buttons to push, right? You got to know that ratio. The same goes for pounds and tons. The conversion here from pounds to tons, the nice thing is, it's that 2,000. So while it's a big number, it's a big round number. So 2,000 to 1, how do I change 2,000 into 1? Well, I've got to divide by 2,000. So if I've got 6,000 pounds divided by 2,000, it would go in 3 times and make 3 tons, right? Moving back in the other direction, from tons to pounds, 1 to 2,000, I have to times by 2,000. So if I've got 5 tons, 5 times 2,000 is 10,000. It'd be 10,000 pounds. And it's that easy. You just have to memorize the ratios and either from ounces to pounds and back again divide or multiply by 16. from pounds to tons and back again, divide or multiply by 2,000. Now, ounces to tons, well, you're going to get a big number to multiply by. You change your ounces into pounds, right, by dividing by 16, and then you change your pounds into tons by dividing by 2,000. Or you could just divide by 32,000. You don't often get a question like that, but if you do it, you can do it in 2 steps. Or if you've got tons changing to ounces, I'd first change my tons into pounds by timesing by 2,000, and then I'd change my pounds into ounces by multiplying by 16. Or I could just multiply the whole thing by 2,000 times 16, so 32,000, to get straight from tons to ounces. But again, in the future, we're doing it on a calculator. Right now, you have to be able to do it by hand. So good job on that.